today I wanted to talk about some of my favorite cozy hobbies, specifically my top 5 favorite cozy hobbies. This is 10, but 5. These are some of my favorite things to do when I want to relax, be cozy, just like not think about other things, and they're what I just long to do when I'm during the school semester, when I just don't have the time and I have to lock in on school. So now that it's summer, I can put all my time into my hobbies, so I'm excited to share with you some of my favorites. So grab a blanket, grab a cozy beverage, tea, hot chocolate, whatever you want, and let's get into it. Probably my favorite hobby is reading. As you can see, I have a lot of books. There's more over here that you can't see right now. I have almost 1,000 books, which is enough to be considered a library. So I would say part of my reading hobby was just buying books for a long time, but I do really enjoy reading as well. So that's one of my favorite hobbies. I just recently finished reading Pride and Prejudice, which I mentioned in my last video, but I just finished it. And so now I'm reading a couple of books that I have that are like continuations of that story. Reading is a really easy hobby to get into because there's so many options, so many genres. Like even in my own little library, I have just a really wide range of genres and types of books and things. So I think maybe if you're just getting into it, it might take some time to find what you like, what the best thing is for you. Some of my favorites are romance, historical fiction, general literary fiction, starting to like classics a little bit, but not always. Some sci-fi, some fantasy, all kinds of things. So there's all kinds of things you can try, and I think reading is just one of the coziest hobbies to get into. You can read in your bed, you can read in a comfy chair. I have the coziest chair in my library that I might show you a clip of, that I love to sit and read in. I have a little warmer for my tea or my coffee or whatever I'm drinking, and I have a lamp, and during the day there's a window right behind it, so it's just a really good spot. It's probably one of my favorite spots in my house. I love to read. That's probably one of my favorite hobbies. Number 2, crocheting. I love to crochet. I haven't had a lot of time to do it over while I've been in school. Mostly when I'm in school, the only hobby I really do is reading, because it's just, I don't know, easy to escape to, and I can put it down and come back to it easily, which is the same for any of these really, but I don't know. That's just the one I gravitate towards the most. But anyways, so crocheting, super fun. You can make anything you want. There's so many YouTube tutorials and TikTok tutorials, all kinds of things that I personally use because I'm not the best at understanding patterns. I'd like to get better at it. I just, like the last time I tried, I didn't really understand what was going on. So mostly I use YouTube videos, and that works out pretty well for me. It's a fun hobby. It's fairly inexpensive, like to get started, because you can buy like cheap yarn, cheap hooks, and just try it. Of course, there is always going to be a cost because you need to buy more yarn and things, but I do recommend looking at thrift stores for yarn. I have found some there, and you could also even find in the blanket aisle blankets that have been made from yarn. You could unravel them and use that yarn. So it doesn't have to be an expensive hobby, but there's so many things you can make. I've made a lot of blankets just because those are very mindless to make. I can just sit and watch TV, and just because you're just doing the same thing over and over again. Or you can do a more involved project that you need to pay more attention to. You can do anything you want. Recently, I've started learning how to make book covers, which is a great way to combine your hobbies. I've also made sweaters. I made just one sweater, actually, just one. It took me a very long time. Really, the world's your oyster. You can make anything, really. So that is a great cozy hobby because you can sit with your blanket and you're crocheting, watch a TV show, you could listen to a podcast. My third favorite cozy hobby is kind of a couple things in one. It's just art. I'm not a good artist by any means, but I do like to draw, and I like to paint, and I like to color, and all of those things I think can be super cozy. You can get a cute little setup, get in your bed or your cozy couch or your chair or whatever, and depending on what it is, you could watch a show with that if you wanted to. Or I've really been liking, since it's getting warmer out, going outside and painting or drawing. So nice. Same thing here. You can look up tutorials on YouTube of something to try and draw or color or whatever. They have so many of those like cozy coloring books that you could get into that I see on TikTok all the time. That's another one I love when I'm feeling like being more creative. I don't always love the things that I make or draw because I'm not the best at it, but it's still fun and like therapeutic to do. My fourth favorite cozy hobby is games. Now specifically, I have some iPad games that I like and one game on my Switch that I like. It's not my Switch, it's my husband's Switch, but it's basically mine. So some of my favorites right now are Stardew Valley, which I play on the Switch, but I have that on like all platforms, I think. And then I've also really been enjoying Good Coffee, Great Coffee on my iPad. So fun. If you ever played Good Pizza, Great Pizza, same concept, but you have a little coffee shop. Super fun. I'll put some clips up of each. And then lately I've been getting back into The Sims. I love The Sims. It's so fun. Very addicting, but so fun. So those are some of my top favorite games, and those are like the best way for me to just like not think about anything else, just like really focus. Sometimes I feel like I get a little too into the games, so I have to take a break. So I don't do those a lot, but I do really like my cozy little games. And if you have any recommendations for cozy games for like iPad or Switch, I would love for you to comment them because I'm always looking for more. I'd really like to get into Animal Crossing, so if you played that and you liked it, let me know. And that one is super easy to make cozy. You can, you know, get in your cozy spot, play your little game, perfect. Lastly, number 5, and this one is a newer one. I have started getting into sewing recently. You can't really see it, but my little sewing machine is over there. So I've just started getting into it, but I can really foresee this being a very good cozy hobby. It's just very therapeutic, soothing. It's really fun to make stuff, except for when it's not going the way that you want it to and you get frustrated. That part's not very fun or cozy. But when you make things that you like, the feeling of making something is so cool. And I love the idea that you can make things that you need or that you want, or things for gifts, same as for crocheting. Those are really great hobbies to have for gift making, for sure. Say hello. Hi. This is Will. Oh, okay. Fair enough. So those are my top 5 cozy hobbies. Those are the things that I do when I want to relax and just need to not use my brain for a little while. Those are my top 5 go-to hobbies. So maybe comment some of your favorite cozy hobbies or which one you want to get into. Thanks for watching.